Uh, Eli, Shalom. First and foremost, we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shem, outside, by Shem, Kakadam. That was the Apostle, it was a great millstone, T-Swill, and Wu-Wing. With sincere shalom to hopeful lick. It's a brother in GMS 2 account. Out here, another week, the prophesy, the downfall of Babylon the Great. Okay, people know as North America, as well as the salvation of Yasharala, man. These so-called Negroes and Teal Native Americans. And let's get straight into it, man, because this kingdom's on its way out. The Lord lifted his people up, man. We're in the time of the redemption of the elect of Yasharala. See, we ain't gonna be in this low state much longer. So I'll go ahead and start with that. We just need the first two verses, and sending the spirit will flow from there. This is Hosea chapter 6 and verse 1. Come and let us return unto the Lord, for he hath torn and he will heal us. He has smitten and he will bind us. See, so that's what we say. Come, let us return to the Lord. That's what the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai has a prophets out here warning you and telling our people, man. Now, which we understand that only the elect of our people are going to listen, but nevertheless, by here to say everybody, to tell everybody, man, because even the non-elect, they have to hear it to be condemned, to hear it, not believe, scoff against it, so they can be condemned and get their judgment. See, but I'm telling you, hey, look, come and return to Yahweh Shem Shai. We'll tell you the correct name of the Heavenly Father, the correct name of his son, okay, and in the ancient Hebrew, okay, but our people don't want to hear it. But the elect do want to hear, and they are hearing, and they are repenting, okay? The Lord is telling you to come separate from this wicked world, man. Separate from your enemies, man. It's so-called July 4th today. Jacob getting ready to celebrate the independence of your enemies, man. They had nothing to do with you. Where the fuck were your ancestors at 1776, nigga? They were hardcore changing bodies, man. You weren't fucking liberated and free. Talk about celebrating Independence Day, bro. What? You weren't free, and you still not free. Hey, like what I'm saying for years, every time the holiday going around, these white Independence Day is coming. That's why we're how I come to free us from these devils, man, and put them in slavery, man. You're gonna feel some hard pressures. Because what is it so-called July 4th actually about? It's about so-called white man, the American Edomite, being so-called liberated from the British. That has nothing to do with you. Right. Again, you were in hardcore captivity, nigga. That's nothing to you. What independence are you celebrating? You still in captivity to this very fucking day, man. Okay? But again, that's by reading about it, because hey, the elect are gonna overcome all this, man. So again, that's the difference between us and any other group that belief system that Jake believes in. We're not just out here complaining about Esau and his oppression. We're telling you the outcome of it. And telling you, like the elder was going into in the London camp, like we was listening to it here, that it wasn't Esau's own might that put us in slavery in the first place. It was the Lord who did that to us, man. All right? So the Lord is getting ready to restore us, man. Okay, get us out of this lower state. Right? It says after 2 days will he revive us, and the third day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his life. Right, that's that time period, man. It's 2000. Sorry, keep that thing. Says after 2 days he will revive us, and the third day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. Right, that's that time period of what 2000 something years to change years after Yahushua, Yahushua built up as a sacrifice, man. Okay, that's why the apostles, well, not just the apostles, but everybody at the old school was talking about the year 2000, because that goes to the scripts about the 2000, the 2 days. Okay, condensed to Lord as 1,000 years, But again, that's what happened. We're living in sight again. Ezekiel 37 chapters. All right, the dry bones coming back. Okay, we're coming back now, man. All right, how about Shah saying he's raising up the elected remnant of his people? Boy, he's dealing with his people. Okay, and that's why the youth are in fear. You don't get that, line that up in Revelation 11. All right, great fear thing upon them. They fear upon these devils, man. Starting their elites, man. Like goes always say the elites know that this ain't a game. This is not a laughing. The elites don't watch our videos and laugh at all. This is not a laughing matter. This is deadly serious, and it's extremely fucking scary, bro. Because they thought they buried us, bro. They thought we was never coming back. The way they had Jake bugged out, following after this place during that period of 3 days and a half, I'm talking about Revelation 11 chapter, man. Okay, that 350 years when Jake was just completely through. We didn't know how shy. We didn't know the Israelites. Jay was walking around calling himself colored and African American and Puerto Rican, all these different things, right? Yeah. Okay. But now we're out here we're live on YouTube saying how we're the Israelites and how the elites are going to slavery.
We out here boldly telling you, not just the common peon, but you Rothschilds, you Rockefellers who are so called in charge of this world. They think you got the secret hidden knowledge and we're communing with Satan and the whole world don't know. Bro, the Lord is laughing at you. Like, they're not laughing at this.
Yeah.
They're not laughing at this. See, a low-level devil, even vocab alone ain't laughing. Because that devil, when he first came around, he was like super smug and he was super proud with a long, and he's been about a decade now. He first came around in 2016. He been having, like I said, I know through the Spirit, the Lord been giving him visions of himself born in slavery. All right? He been listening, bro, because he ain't actually his job to listen to our talking points. So he's like, man, damn, that should make sense, bro.
Yeah.
I was wondering what that precept meant. Damn it, that's what that means? Yeah. Oh, damn, that's the narrative of the Bible? Damn, that makes sense. Now, of course, he's a devil, he's a deceiver, so he's not going to come out here and openly tell you that. That would be upsetting prophecy. That's not his role to do that. His role is to try to slander us and try to diminish us and try to overthrow our faith, which again we welcome that. Good, you're gonna fail, but nevertheless, that's happening, man. That's why brother said that's why he gained all that fucking weight, bro. He's fat as hell. He was skinny when he first came around. Now he's fat as fuck. Like he's stressing. Go ahead, get that revelation. Whatever you want to start for that 11.
No, I was gonna say this point.
Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh, for Hashem Yahushai, entered into them.
Mhm.
And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Like I mentioned, in 3 days and a half, that period, 350 years, okay, 1619 to 1969, well, we just completely through, man. We was in hardcore bondage, having no understanding what's going on, man. All right, we were living our lives based on the lies upon Esau, Edom, that we're black and we just fell out the sky. Our history begins in slavery, and before that, we were swinging on trees in Africa. Okay, that's all bullshit, man. We know that now. He can't pull that deceit no more. Even vocab we recently came up to the London camp, he can't do that no more. I'm like, oh well, I'm trying to get you back to white Jesus, like Elder Kyle Clark. He was like, Paul, he's like, man, shut up, okay? And everybody, all the brothers just bust out laughing. So I said, bro, we ain't hearing nothing you talking about, bro. We hearing what you're selling, we ain't buying, man.
Yeah.
All right? We don't care what you have to say. We know you're the liar, you're the deceiver, man. Okay? Revelation 12 trying to talk about what? The accuser of the brethren is cast down. Okay? But after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High answering to us, and great fear fell upon them when saw them, man. So they're greatly afraid right now. All these devils, even common peons, listen, watch our video, they're terrified, man. Like, damn, I'm saying, the ones that sit there, crack open the Bible, and actually listen to what we're saying and go through, it's like, man, that shit makes fucking sense. But then it's that Edomite hatred and fear in them. Like, no, it can't be true. I think they gonna say the Matrix. He said, no, I don't believe it. Yeah, let me out. That's impossible. That's why my nigga Morpheus say, I didn't tell you it'd be easy. All right, I didn't be the truth. Yeah, I didn't say it the truth. I didn't say it would be easy, Esau. All right, but see, all the heathen, they're finding out, but Esau's the main one, because Esau, he has the supreme dominance in the earth, man. So he's the main one that really fears that Jacob coming back. Well, what happened when Jacob and Esau were born? Jacob's hand held first to heal Esau. So we're going to pull his devil out of power, man. And we're doing that right now in the spirits. Yeah, peace up.
Yeah. It's Isaiah chapter 13, verse 2 says, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice to them, unto them, so like shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the noble. So that banner that's being lifted up is the scripture, and exalt the voice unto them. This is what we're doing right now. Isaiah 58:1, lifted up our voice like a trumpet, showing our people in transgression, and we are boldly confessing these prophecies and the chief place of concourse for all nations, not just the Israelites, can hear what we have to say, thus says the Lord. They said, and shake the hand, that suggestion is showing displeasure. Like, look, this is a rebuke gesture. Like, look, you're going into slavery. You don't start niggas. Like, see those Native Americans don't take heed to y'all about y'all. You will suffer the same fate as your enemy. And we letting you know, we're showing the Psalm 83, we got hella enemies, not just one. So we're going to keep professing these things, and we're going to keep doing it in the name of Yahweh Shah. And what gives us the validity is the fact that we're coming in the spirit of prophecy. Revelation 19, Isaiah 34. Y'all got it.
Yeah, appreciate that. It's a Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 7. It says, nevertheless, hear thou now this word that speak in thine ears, in the ears of all the people. The prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesy both against many countries
against great kingdoms of war and evil and of pestilence, right? And that's one of the most apparent, evident, and clear prophecies that's come to pass. The fact that we raising up, the fact that we literally know who we are as a people, the fact that we being in the midst of our captivity. What up, man? Being in the midst of our captivity, we will be able to come back to knowledge of who we are. The Lord Lee unloosing the seals, some Revelation, the fifth chapter, right? And literally, us that's knowing the break down the beginning of creation, how the Lord created the, kind of the earth, and how he created the light and all these different things, and the elements, causes to illuminate and all this. So going all the way through the different captivities and the heathen, the major empires that he said will rule on the earth, coming all the way to the present day, what time we live in now, all the way to the future, what's going to happen, right? The heathen one, slavery, us overcoming all our enemies. And the report I said, Psalms 83, right? But all enemies, all other nations coming together, making a tumult against us. Literally, we have all these answers now, and that's so on the divine intervention. Like how about Shah? We cut off my problem, right? He saw him achieve his goal temporarily. That's what it was, right? He really was able to discontinue from our heritage. Why could the Lord ultimately allow it? The Lord ordained it to happen for our own disobedience. Like we mentioned about the elders speaking about how it wasn't our own doings. I mean, it wasn't Esau being so high and mighty while we were being taken out of, be put in subjection and be his footstool. No, it was because, again, going back to divine intervention of the Lord, he divinely intervened to allow them to overcome us. He's been divinely intervened to allow us to go back in our rightful place as the head and make this double and all the rest of the heathen the tail, man, right? To restore that balance that's been clearly shaken up like right at 12-6. We're going to read down. Because it's clear that bro, if you would have again, it's spirit. We're just listening to the elders on the way over here, and they're really making all we really talked about this and making these different points. But literally, you just look at Jacob and Esau, right? The name between them, the disparity in size, strength, and ability, even intellect. That's the one thing they try to hang their hat on, right? Because they can that's more that can be more manipulated, so to speak, right? They try to do the same thing with sports. It's always funny because they'll try to act like, oh yeah, well y'all are you may be physically superior, but we're mentally superior. But at one point in time, niggas weren't allowed to play in the same league. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. 'Cause I was thinking about that when they were talking too. Like that's basically he basically gave up on that part. Yeah, that's what he used to teach. Like I said, he used to teach that Esau was superior to Jacob even physically. But it got so overwhelming to the point he had to give up on that. And then he was like, well, yeah, but y'all can do that, but your quarterback gets points. Yeah. Now it's got to be a white man. Coach. See, but now what? Now the NFL the last couple years Super Bowls, but I don't watch the shit, but I see like searching on social media, all the quarterbacks, all jokes, going crazy, bro. I'm like now more and more the coaches. What is it? Israelite men, sons of God. Was it literally everything that sons of God is on a high level? At one point, he taught it was impossible to do, right? Like I said, like even intellectually, because even that, like I said, like hand-eye coordination shit, remember all that shit. That takes a lot of different things, man. All right, get that.
Oh, six.
Yeah, we're gonna read down.
This is Zechariah chapter 12, verse 6. In that day will I make the governors of Judah like a hearth of fire among the wood.
Yep, fire absolutely devours wood, man. Okay, like fire on wood, shit gonna burn up into ashes. You see? All right, but so the governors, the Lord's bringing back that government, right? Go ahead.
And like a torch of fire in a sheep, and they shall devour all the people round about on the right hand and on the left.
We fire everybody, all the heathen, man. The Esau Edom, the heathen that support him, the wicked amongst our own people who want to side with the heathen, they all gonna get it, man. They say gonna burn up on the right hand and on the left, man. Ain't gonna be no anybody unconquered. And you see, ain't gonna be no some people who are not under our dominion. Everybody, either the majority of people have to lay down and they get the rest of the ones who are left we put to slaves. Right, go ahead.
And Jerusalem shall be inhabited again in her own place, even in Jerusalem.
Yeah, we're gonna get our land back, man. We're gonna take it by force. Okay? How Shah's gonna come back. Okay, that land, the actual land is gonna get hit with double this. Okay, we wiped out. If they build back up, we're gonna take our land back, man. They ain't gonna have no more heathens over there arguing over it, man. Palestinians versus Amalekites. crying out, praying for Palestine, the power land. Them niggas ain't supposed to be over there either, man. That's why it's the hell with them too. That's not your land, right? It's our land. It's the Israelites' land. I said we will come take it, right? Go ahead.
That the Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first,
Right?
that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah.
You see, that's why the Lord did that. He started back in the old school. So he started with Hyper's Bivens and going up. That's why the Lord raised up Judah first. And even when Yahweh Shah was on the scene, he went to Judah first. All right, the southern kingdom, right? Because Judah's the head tribe, man. All right, so all the tribes that get in line under that order. All right, Yahweh Shah himself is from the tribe of Judah. Okay, Yahweh, all right? That's the purpose. But again, we're all one kingdom again. That's why brothers in the camp, we're not looking at like well, the Northern Kingdom hang with Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom hang with Southern Kingdom. It don't matter as long as you're Israelite, man, and you're a part of this doctrine, not this false camp, false doctrine. But you're brother, okay, whatever tribe you're from, even if brothers from like other nations are really Israelites, man. All right? Yeah.
And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem.
Coming to Jerusalem, man. So that's the time. Yeah. Go ahead.
Zechariah 12:8. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David.
So again, and we welcome the persecution that's coming. We welcome Esau Edom going to try to take out the elect. And how much Shah going to rise us up again, man? Like I said, we just talking about, he's making the same point. A lot of points I always make about how like sports is simulated warfare. Like I said, like you take guys like Kobe Bryant, different great athletes, NFL players, whatever, and then you take them and like I said, playing basketball, football, baseball, they're training their sword and spear, sword and shield. All right, that fucking throwing javelins and shit. That's how we was in the ancient world, bro. Like the elder was making a point. We were titans in the ancient world. That's why the nations was fear when they had to come in. They go fight against Israel. All right, they was shook. All right. Cause see that you Israelite men, you understand, you so-called black Latino American men, that's your true power. Your power isn't in carnality like the heathen man. Your power, you basically got the cheat codes, man. All right? Whatever you go, literally we used to go to war and no men would die. Literally, we could take 0 casualties, man. All right? Cause we literally all you gotta do is pray, Lord, I pray my accuracy with this arrow is on point today. And Lord, make sure every single one of your arrows hit exact. If you want to hit that motherfucker in the pupil, you can hit him in the pupil, bro. All right? But what you only can have access to that type of power when you're in a league with your house shot. So when people get into idolatry, okay, idol worship, and you fall out the heathen, if they're gonna start getting wicked in adultery and shit like that, then the Lord he ain't answering what praying for you. Now he ain't you don't got the spiritual cheat codes no more. He make you like a more regular mortal man. See? And that's how Jake is right now. That's why Jake is like, even though it's still better than him in our lowest estate, Jake is still you're in a level more. It's a small little piece of brass or lead or whatever. It goes through your body. Same shit. Yeah, slingshot is just the same thing. It's just a modern day form of it. But guess what? And that's why I read about it. It said, you got a speedball among that's David. Bro, literally, the Lord said, what? He said, a ball of steel is broken from my arm. Right? Psalms 18. Okay? The Lord, in time of Jacob's trouble, he starts like coming out there, Lord, he's going to be shooting at us and the bullets is going to be bouncing off for us, bro. And see, that's the type of level of faith you got to have. And see, the men of GMS, we do have that type of faith, man. All right? Because again, we understand this book. We actually understand what's going on. This is not nothing new. We understand it's taboo for us to be in this situation.
Right.
That's our natural state is to be gods.
Yeah, this on that.
That's our natural state. Like the elders mentioned about Thor and Thor in game, remember he was drunk, fat, like, it was still fighting, but he was just in a fallen state. He wasn't at his heart. Lord's gonna make it start prime again. Line up Isaiah 41. I'll tell you first a second. All right, well, literally, we'll read this next verse too. Because literally, the Lord's gonna make us start prime again, man. Esau's gonna be trying to send after, come after us with his little troops and his military thing. He gonna roll on us and Jacob we be ripping their motherfucking heads off their bodies, bro. Putting our hands to their chest, picking them up with one hand, using laser vision and fucking lasering their eyes out, bro. We're gonna do all type of shit, man. The Lord like showing his power. When the Lord showed his power, he showed his power by bringing down the sons of God. Okay, the Israelite men put up this loser to show, like, look, yeah, even though y'all are mighty, I can still put this loser in power. It's not y'all that are maintaining our power as me. But now he's gonna show his power and bring us back up. Because now the Lord has the captivity so long, and he had us Esau take away our heritage that people actually think this is far fetched. People think superpowers and shit. It's like if it's made up comic.
And that's what great Esau. It doesn't magnify the man. And literally got everybody worshiping the so-called white man. And so the whole aspect is that everything that's been glorified, is that we own all of these people. Because they
Create that.
All right. This is Zechariah chapter 12, verse 8. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
We're not going to defend us in time to come, man. All right? Even him giving you power, that's Lord defending you, right? Go ahead.
And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David.
And David was a bad motherfucker, boy. David was the mightiest man that ever walked the earth, man. People talking about him right now, like John Jones, like, nigga, he's still mortal, bro. Nigga, David was one nigga, you ain't murdered 10,000 niggas, bro. Go to war with 100,000 and 10,000 of them is you. 10 bodies upon bodies at your feet, man. Right? Go ahead.
And the house of David shall be as God, as the angels of the Lord before them.
Getting ready to get our power back, man. Okay, we can be as God, as the Allah, as the angels, man. All right? Because we're over the angels. We're we angels, okay? Malachi, Ezekiel, the same word for king, Malachi, that's what we're angels, right? But we're over them, angels. That's why I tell you, I forgot exactly where it's at in the gospel. Talking about us, you know what I'm saying? The angels, right? Yeah, they know, we don't know exactly who we are. They know who we are in the spirit. Okay, and we'll point that number, all the 11 verses. The angels know who we are. You know that they know how it's trying to be. They know your heavenly ring. See? So we gonna get that power back, man. That's why we not fearing this devil, man. We know this devil. We tell you what you're gonna do. He gonna put us on the news as terrorists. He gonna say we just attacking. He gonna come with some AI and this is gonna play the bomb or some shit. Man, we don't let brotherly come with that shit, man. We're okay with being the villains to this world, but this world is fucking religion, man. Y'all a bunch of liars, y'all a bunch of demons. The Lord's gonna overcome all y'all. Yeah, your little propaganda smear campaign is not gonna stop your house off from that. Yeah. Oh, hey man, he demonized us, so I can't come back. Like nigga, no, it ain't gonna mean nothing, man. And then, like we just read, not only that, the Lord's gonna defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. Keep going.
Verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem.
The Lord gonna destroy all the nations. All the nations get ready to roll on Jake, man. Not just Esau, because all these elites, the least of all the nations, they know what's going on. They understand who we are, and they see this great revival of the Israelites in the earth. They're gonna try to quench it, man. All right, you know they're dealing with Satan, telling them like, no, look, you can't roll them right now. You can't do it. But eventually, the Lord going to deceive Esau. I had a Satan tell him, hey, look, now's the time to roll on. That's when the Lord gonna show power, man. That's like, we ain't worried about this motherfucker, man. Like, bro, like Esau, you know we work here, you know we live. I don't give a fuck, man. I tell you, bro, I sleep well at night. I ain't worried about you, nigga. I remember we were in Atlanta teaching some years back, and it's like, it's 5 years ago now. Well, the brother was making a point. He like, man, Esau told me, like, nigga, where you been? I've been waiting for you, nigga. Like, real shit, nigga, stop pussyfooting. Let's go, man. All right, and we get even that proves that everything's subject to how about Chanel shot. Because it was up to Esau, he would have been trying to get us out of here, man. We can't. He can't move. He can't move till we say move. That's inside joke, right? Okay, but he can't. That's why I said we ain't worried about this though. Even right here, right now, Esau can easily have some type of FBI van, hella niggas pop out with guns and shit, and we gotta take you to the site. Like, nigga, we like, all right, here, whatever. Come on. Yeah, like Superman and Man Steel. Remember, he's like, don't play games with me, General. He's like, I surrender, but only if you guarantee lowest lane freedom. Then remember all the troops walking on him. He got the handcuffs on Superman. Like that's how we feel like. Like remember at every point where he is. He's like, we say, let's put all our cards on the table. He just broke that shit and walked right up. They got shit like, bro, that's how we gonna be. They gonna have you straight inside of an interrogation room, and then the spring gonna hit you like, man, you know what? Something feels different. Like you feel the spirit on you. You was able to break out that shit. You start wrecking the whole base, bro. We're gonna be doing shit like that, man. That's how Lord be giving brothers visions of that. Whatever precept y'all gotta get,
I got the 41.
and hold that. He got precept.
It was one about the angels being the message, but the spirit kind of switched you got it out.
Yeah, Isaiah 41 and verse. It started 8. We're gonna read to get the meat off this bone.
It's Isaiah.
One of my favorite chapters, bro. They go into the Lord specifically talking to you Israelite men about raising you back up, man. All right? And saying, when the Lord raised up this time, we ain't never going back down. And said, all the earth gonna have to bow down to the Son of God, man, and recognize this as Yahshua. Ain't gonna be no more shit talking. Ain't gonna be no more talking back and disrespect, man. Literally, bro, very soon, brothers, bro, from the time of taking trouble to the leading up and the best of taking trouble to getting out of here. Whenever Israelite man come in the room, you know everybody's gonna do? They gonna bow the fuck down, man. I'm talking about our own women, they gonna bow the fuck down. Okay? The heathen, they gonna bow down their face to the earth, bro. Ain't gonna be no more, bro. Really, bro. Ain't gonna be no more disrespect for Israelite men for eternity, bro. We gonna have the ultimate respect. You can come around, motherfuckers gonna bow down, bro. Rightfully so. That's not our divine right. It's something called the divine right of kings, bro. Right? Go ahead.
It's Isaiah chapter 41, verse 8. It says, "But thou, Israel, are my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my
That's
friend."
us. We the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. Contrary to what this world teaches, not for everybody. We're all God's children. No, the fuck we not. No, we're not. All right. We're the seed of the Lord's friend, man. Right? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Not Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. Not Abraham and Ishmael. Okay. Not before that. Okay. Even that, like we always talk about the Christians, they like, yeah, Abraham, faithful Abraham. They'll never mention Isaac and Jacob. But not only that, all the nations didn't come from Abraham.
Right.
What about all the Japhetic nations? What about all the Hamitic nations? You know? Right.
It says, "Thou, whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof,
Right.
and said unto thee, Thou art my servant. I have chosen thee and not cast thee
The
away."
Lord didn't cast us away, man. It was only temporary. It was for the story to play out. It was for certain things that happened the Lord wanted to happen, but then eventually the Lord raised us back up. Right? So that he has chosen thee and not cast thee away. We're still the chosen, man. And that's what the Lord is finding out. That's why he's so fucking scared, man. Especially they're at least like run the earth. They're actually in the know. They actually know what's going on. They're getting to the rock. You understand that? The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the different Edomite families who really run the whole earth in the banking plan. They literally, they're warlocks and witches, man. Okay? They literally know who we are. Just like they understand the left hand priesthood, they understand who the right hand priesthood is. Because they understand who the elites are on the right hand side, the righteous side. They know the truth. And not only that, not just the Israelites as a whole, but specifically GMS, because they know who they sell out, man. They know Nate and God, these type of guys. They know that, man. They're really on my payroll. They can't be the prophets, man. That's how they discern. They discern and they're able to weed out who's who. They know who the real prophets are. We the ones not taking away the names. They know. You think the least don't know the name Yahweh and Yahushua is, man? Like we always talk about in what was that 1981? What year was that? Raiders and the Lost Ark came out. They really had the name Yahweh on the amulet. And let me look at it real quick, man. Really had his name on the amulet, man. 1981. I'm like 1981. They had the name Yahweh in Imperial Hebrew. Then they always talk about y'all don't have the Hebrew. Y'all just made that language up. I'm like, bro, it's literally in the Imperial Hebrew on the amulet. Yahweh perfectly exactly how it's supposed to be. You see? They know what that's Steven Spielberg. That's a fucking low level. He's a Malachi, but he not Rockefeller. You think the least don't know? It's true to say, well, the devils also know the tremble. They know the name of Yahweh and Yahweh, man. So the fact that we're out here teaching again and they didn't tell us it, they're like, man, damn, the Lord's dealing with them again, man. How we combat it? They're throwing enchantments on us. It's not working. No, I'm talking about single and brothers, man. They're throwing enchantments out on us, trying to get us to not believe that, you know? They're doing.
It says, 10, "Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power."
Right, the Lord's our power, man. Talk to you simply to you Israelite men. The Lord's our power, man. The Heavenly Father and Son of the so-called black man. He's still the truth. All right, the Lord is raising himself at the lowest state again. That's why we got our proper mind back. That's why we know who our enemies are, man. We know the truth. That's why we call upon the Lord. We put away the idols, man. We ain't celebrating the bullshit of this world no more. We're not deceived anymore, man. We don't think we're not trying to be all buddy and seek Esau's approval. Like talks about Isaiah 10 and 20, man. The remnant shall not stay upon them that smote them, All right? We can stay upon the name of Yahweh Shem on side in truth. Right? Go ahead.
I will strengthen thee. Yeah, I will help thee. Yeah, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness.
Right? And that's how I'm on the physical level, because Esau gonna try to get carnal with Jake. He gonna try to come with all his guns and rocket launchers and military troops and all that type of shit. It ain't gonna fucking work, bro. Like I said, them bulls, we gonna really kneel in the matrix. He put his hand up, and all the bulls just stopped, man. And but that movie is so fucking spiritual, bro. Literally, when he first when he was about to run away, then he first stopped and turned around. He said, "What's he doing?" Like he's beginning to believe. Like as a spirit, because really, that movie is showing the power of faith. You know what I'm saying? Because the power was already in him the whole time. He had to actually believe. You know, that's what the Lord is doing right now. He reviving that faith back in concerning the elect men. Right?
I got one back.
We know what it is now, man. We know the Lord above all. So again, power, really the faith in him. But the faith isn't in ourselves. Then when you how about you know what I can do, right? The Lord can do that too. He can make you invincible. He can make you bulletproof. The Lord gonna do that, right? Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 35, verse 3. It says, strengthen ye the weak hands and confirm the feeble knees. Say to them that are of a fearful heart, be strong, fear not. Behold, your power will come with vengeance. Even Yahweh with the recompense, he will come and save you. In this whole chapter, Isaiah the 35th chapter, it's manifold. It's talking about the land of Israel, Jerusalem being restored, and it's also talking about the people coming back like Yahweh Bashemel is going to restore to the days of old. I think about that Amos 9. You know, the house of David is being built back up. And we're going to be able to do those marvelous feats. Like me and the brothers on the same page. We talk about the steel being broken on his forearm, where they got the concept of Superman and King David taking that leap in a single bound. You know, this is the stuff that our forefathers were doing. Who was that? Either Elijah or Elisha was running and kept up with the chariots. It's a lot of stuff that we're going to be able to do. And it's going to be on this side.
Yep.
Thus saith the Lord.
Right.
Back in Isaiah 41:11, behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish.
They're gonna be ashamed to be as nothing, man. They're gonna be a non-factor, bro. It's like Neo with them agents, man. Literally, remember when he finally got the full power, he finally able to see through the matrix on code. Remember, Agent Smith came up, he was just locking them effortlessly taking on. Remember, he in the courtyard taking on 100 fucking agents, bro. That's what we're gonna be. That's nothing, bro. They're gonna be ashamed and confounded. It's like, man, what the fuck? It's fucking 20 of us trying to they have knives trying to stab you up, and they can't do nothing. And they do get one through their motherfucking break off, bro. That's the type of power, as I said, bro. I always go into it, bro. That's the type of power, Jacob. You gotta tap into your own blessing, man. That's what the Lord has prepared for us, man. You gotta actually believe that, though. You can't just kind of just sound cool. Like, no, this is a big deal, man. The Lord will give us the ancient word power back, and He will give it to us on a higher level. Like Yahweh Shai said in John the 14th chapter, man. He said, greater things than these shall you do. I go to my Father, man. And we're gonna do greater things than Yahweh Shai did, man. He did so many miracles to tell you all the books of the world. He would teleport all types of shit. Go ahead, keep going.
Thou shalt seek him and shalt not find
They're
him.
gonna be running away. You're gonna be terrified, man. All right, gonna be shook. When they see you, again, that's human nature. Eventually, when you see you overcoming the battle, what people do, they flee. You seeing this one man he got fucking laser vision, he's lasering through all your troops. You like, man, fuck this, I'm gone. You can throw the gun down and start trying to run, man. Right, go ahead. See electricity flowed off your body, fire, right?
Even them that contended with thee, they that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught.
I mean, that thing is nothing. It'll be insignificant. I said, you'll be literally laughing at them. I said, you made a flex on them. You sit there and let them shoot at you. You just show them the bullets ain't doing nothing, man. All right? Like my nigga, the Abomination did in the Hulk, when he caught the missile and slammed it on himself, slammed on his chest. That shit blew up. Like, but that type of power Logan Great gives, brother, man. Right? Ain't gonna do nothing with us. And they show you in all these different TV shows, movies, comics, the boys show. They got the carry like a fly and they bulletproof. They sitting there, the homeowner and them, they're sitting there, he fucking just shooting them, put all these bullets, and he not even forcing at it, man. That's how they see. Then they always show you, they always got this heathen as especially Esau, who's carrying the power. That's us, man. That's the Israelites, man. Right? We had that power in the ancient world. We're gonna have that power again. That's gonna be, it's gonna be the higher level. We're gonna be flying, super strength, picking tanks up out of the nozzle and use that shit as a baseball bat, swing against this all shit, man. Like my nigga Omni Man said, he said, what would they need to limit a fraction of our power, man? All right? Flying up here, you see some air, some jet flying, F-32 and shit, you just, boom, take off and fucking just gonna knock that stuff in the air, bro. Fucking, again, Cole Neo, Matrix, he said, where's he at? Where's he at now? He's like, he's doing his Superman thing. That's just really flying off through the air. But that's real though. I said Esau Edom, he has deceived people's minds so much that they don't even think that they think that that's just made up. That's just fantasy. They don't understand that again. Our forefathers been doing that in the past. It's in the same book that you claim to believe in. Like he said, running fast in the chariot. Literally told, I think it was Elijah. I think it was Elijah. He literally told him, like, look, man, you take your horse in your chariot, you go over there so you can beat the rain. And he still beat them there. He literally said he girded up his loins and he outran Ahab. Yeah.
Says verse 13, for I the Lord thy power will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel.
See, the Lord specifically talking to you men of Israel, man, the so-called black Latino Native American man. But again, you understand that all our people ain't gonna get it, man. Like we mentioned last night in the live stream, still got that they were the majority of it was like, man, rebellious, man. They like it here. They're cool being in this mortal state. They don't want to get back to immortality, man. They're cool. They don't believe in that. They don't. The Lord didn't bless them with the faith. They didn't bless them with the faith. They don't understand what the Bible is really talking about. They still believe in that white Jesus bullshit. But then here's the thing, though, right? When we actually tell them what they're talking about, well, but that's too extreme for me. You talking about putting a white man in slavery? Come on, brother. You don't believe it's some good ones? You see? So again, Jacob's a hypocrite. Because at one point they want to be on that black power bullshit. I'm like, and fuck the white man, this, that. But then we tell them, look, you ain't black, you're Israelites. And we are going to do it. The Messiah look like you. And not only that, when he comes back to put his power to put himself in slavery, now that's too much now. Now you full of hatred. You see? But that's why that's okay, though, because Lord ain't doing all our people, man.
Says, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel.
Yep.
Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth.
A new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. So this bitch just left the smith. This motherfucker's razor sharp. For those of you brothers into knives, that bitch factory sharpened, that motherfucker is sharp as hell, man. All right, you accidentally click your finger like this a little bit, your brain gushing out blood. Yeah. That's how the Lord comparing how his men gonna be when he raises up, man. All right. When he's like in the time of trouble, it's gonna happen. They're like all these different movies. That one movie came out recently, I think it was called Civil War. Yeah, when there's all that hell going on in America and then come after the president and shit like that. All the this chaos all over the place. Literally, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be a complete societal breakdown. In the midst of that, the Lord gonna raise his men up, man. All right? Yeah.
So thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff.
Right, the hills, the governments, okay. It's talking about the mountains, talking about government, man. The hills and the mountains. Big governments, little governments, we're going to, because all these heathen men, they gonna have no authority no more on the earth. All right, their authority is gonna be gone. You're gonna lose your sovereignty. Ain't gonna be no Chinese government. No, y'all are Moabites. Like they beat our heritage out of us, we're gonna beat their heritage into you. Yeah. Like, no, you are Moabites, man. You don't got no say so no more, man. We're gonna take away your language, man. Everybody gonna be speaking Hebrew. We ain't gonna be speaking that fucking shit, man, or whatever. We ain't gonna be speaking that bullshit, man.
Ain't gonna be a fucking United Nations meeting. We gotta come.
Yeah, we gotta come discuss shit. We discuss this boo in your fucking neck.
Yeah.
Well, because man, that's gonna be a mighty size that we believe these things. We appreciate these things like. Christian brothers, new bodies flying, shit glowing, and literally, man, it's gonna be scary as fuck. That's all the church talking about. Nathan language I don't understand. We were speaking Hebrew, yo, I don't push on crowd over there. They just saw that man get thrown. We fucking do it.
Says, thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away,
right?
And the whirlwind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in the Lord. And shall glory in the Holy One of Israel.
That's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna glory in how about start from being back with us again, man. Giving us our power down. That's what we're doing right now. Right? That's why you're gonna say that's why we're out here with great boldness, man, with that faith. We don't give a fuck about it. We don't care about looking about people who don't believe and they getting ready to celebrate fucking Esau Independence Day today and celebrate a firework and shit. And you don't want to lose to the prophets. That's fine. Do that. You're gonna die with this devil, man. You go down with the ship, man. Fuck y'all niggas, man. We ain't losing no sleep over y'all. Fuck y'all. Go ahead.
This is Micah chapter 5, verse 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people as a dew from the Lord, as the shower upon the grass that tears out the land, you're waiting for the sons of men. We're going to continue to multiply. This one shall become 1,000. That's going to be a lot of sex, a lot of reproduction. Verse 8, it says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who if he go through, both tread it down and tear it in pieces, and none can deliver. So added to the point the brother was saying, it's going to be a flawless victory every single time. Anybody who dare to come up against us, at this point, it's going to be having fun with you and grab you by the neck, telepathically. So many things that the Lord got in store for his elect and that governing body, man. We are literally going to be weapons of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua army. It says that in the book of Jeremiah. Right now, we're fishers, but eventually the Lord is going to put the spirit on us to be hunters.
Yeah, they ain't gonna be all, you know what I'm saying, just words. You know what I'm saying? And now, that's what it is. Yeah, we're not, because we know a while we're still in this promised state, so we can't come up because, like the bros went through earlier, the Lord that you saw carnal blessing. So for us to try to match his carnality, it's not gonna work. Yeah, we can't fight that fire, but we're gonna lose, man. That's the blessing the Lord gave him in order to achieve his status. Our blessing is spiritual. That's good. Said the weapons are warfare and our carnal, but mighty to pulling down strongholds, man. So this is what we're doing right here. This is spiritual work we're doing. Yeah, we're pulling down all these strongholds. The great Esau's the great white man, and he's God, and the angels look like him. He has all this power. He's so smart. He learned how to split an atom and do all this crazy shit. He's a nuclear fission and all this shit. Really pulling all those fucking strongholds. No, you really the base of man. That's good to say, man. You're really insignificant in the grand scheme of things. You have a drop from a vessel, one little drop of water out of a fucking bucket. You like you into spittle, man. Right? That's what we're doing. We're pulling on them fucking strongholds, man. And then soon, the next step of that spiritual blessing is those give us that spiritual power that's you can fully take you down, man. Yeah, and we're more than happy to tell you this. You know, we're bearing bad news. Yeah, it hurt me more than it hurts you. No, I love telling you this. So you ain't shit. All you nations, y'all ain't shit, man. Y'all all gonna bow down before the sons of God, man. Y'all ain't nothing, man. Y'all never was nothing. Like I tell you, Ezekiel 39 chapter, it tells you that, bro. He's gonna we'll get that, man. You got another one?
Yeah.
You can go to line up Ezekiel 39. I'll tell you what's start, man. Because it's gonna tell you this chapter that the heathen gonna realize, yo, we was never nothing. Like not just we gonna tell them, they gonna realize, like, damn, we really was shit the whole time. Like this whole time, it was just the Lord punishing them. Like look at the level they were on. They got up, they're flying and shit. You know? Like, bro, what?
But real quick, this Wisdom of Solomon 3 and verse 6, it says, gold in the furnace have he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. And that's talking about the elect. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. So again, this is another precept to add to the concept of spiritual power. Running so fast, like you're not even kicking up dust, you're kicking up sparks. You hauling ass. It says, they shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. So they're going to have dominion. They're going to rule. They're not going to coexist. It's not going to be, hey, what's up, Ammon? It's going to be like, get to fucking work, goddamn heathen. Y'all got it.
Man, let's get, we're gonna get up earlier because there's a lot of meat in the chapter. Then it talks about two how we're gonna separate out men for continuing employment, giving them their first job. So let's start we're gonna skip around a little bit. Start Ezekiel 39 and 7. Ezekiel chapter 39 and verse 7. It says, so I make my holy name known in the midst of my people Israel. I will not let them pollute my holy name anymore. And the heathen shall know that I am the Lord, the Holy One in Israel. So how is the Lord not going to let us pollute his name anymore if he's going to make us perfect? He's going to give us a new covenant where it's impossible for an Israelite to sin ever again. You see? So we're going to be 100% perfect. And the heathen going to know that, man. The heathen going to know the name of Yahweh outside. They're going to know that if they ain't shit, they're going to know the right to order things, right? Keep going. It says, oh, it is come and it is done, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai. This is the day whereof I have spoken. And they that dwell in the cities of Israel shall go forth and shall set on fire and burn the weapons, both the shields and the bucklers, the bows and the arrows, and the handstaves and spears. And they shall burn them with fire. Right, so we're going to burn all the heathen's weapons. You ain't going to need that no more. Tanks, shotguns, all that, every single pistol, gun, all that, all is going to be gone. Every single last thing, man. 7 years, a complete amount of time, man, right? Keep going. It's gonna tell you how we're gonna do it.
So they that shall take no wood out of the field,
Mhm.
neither cut down any out of the forest.
You see, so we ain't gonna need we ain't gonna, you know what, read this in the NLT. Read it 39 and 10 in the NLT. Like I said, it like emphasize we ain't gonna need no wood in the forest because we can have spiritual power. We can be shooting lasers and fire shot our hand. We gonna need fucking well, we gotta get the gasoline and we gotta light it. No. Right?
Ezekiel 39 and 10 in NLT, it says they won't need to cut wood from the fields or forests, for these weapons will give them all the fuel they need.
Yeah, it's not that good. Go back to KJV.
It says
NLT be hit or miss sometimes.
Back verse 10, Ezekiel 39:10 in the KJV, it says, so that they shall take no wood out of the field, neither cut down any out of the forest, for they shall burn the weapons with fire, and they shall spoil those that spoil them, and rob those that rob them. Said the Lord.
That's the righteous thing. We're gonna spoil those that spoiled us. We're gonna rob them that robbed us. That's a square and balance. That like perfect balance as all things should be, right? That's a righteous thing. Now a devil like vocab will come tell us we're wrong for that. That's nowhere in the scriptures that we will get revenge on these fucking devils, man. Not just Esau, but all these heathen. So he said it right there. It says we're gonna spoil those that spoiled them and rob those that robbed them, said Yahweh power, man. And then, like I said, we ain't gonna need no force or fire and gather logs, man. No, we're gonna have spiritual power to burn all their weapons up. We're gonna make the heathen look. You're gonna go around, hey, every single bullet, every single gun, every single pistol, you're gonna round it up, put it in the pile. And we're gonna burn it all up for them, man. They ain't gonna have no weapons, man. Right? Let's get we skip down to verse 14.
Ezekiel 39:14, it says, and they shall then they shall sever out men of continual employment.
Continual employment, man. Ain't gonna be no unemployment in the kingdom. Ain't gonna be no heathen, man. I'm out of a job. I'm out of work right now. No, we will have plenty for you to do, man. Plenty for you to do. All you heathen, from Esau to all the Ammon, Moab, Ishmael, all of them, man. Elam, you all gonna have plenty of work to do, man. You get ready to build. First thing, that's the mess y'all about to make in World War III. That's why you're gonna keep going. It's gonna be the first. That's gonna be the first job is marking where the bodies are at and have them pick them up and bury them. All right, and then building our kingdom, man. That's gonna be day number one. You ain't gonna have no choice, man. It's like we ain't have no choice. You gonna work, man. You gonna work. You gonna fucking like it, man. All right.
It says, passing through the land to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it. After the end of 7 months shall they search.
So every single last body's buried, man. Y'all got a lot of work to do. There's been plenty of bodies that's gonna die. That was more work. But like earthquake that's happened, just swell from all the earthquakes, tsunamis and shit about to happen. You gotta clean all this shit up, man. Like all this reefs and shit, like man, you still got shit in the ocean. You just throwing toxic waste, and that shit get turned up. And you gonna work, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, and the passengers that pass through the land, when any see a man's bone, then shall he set up a sign by it, to the barriers have buried it in the valley of Hamon.
See, so again, you're gonna have to walk past, or you may have like a little flag, yellow flag right here, body right here. And his job is to find the bodies of other people that come, other heathens that come through, and pick the bodies up and bury them, man.
They're like how you watch like they're detectives show up to a crime scene, they gotta mark the
Well, that's a filthy job, bro. You decomposing dead bodies and you gotta fucking pick these motherfuckers up. And I'm like, bro, but I say we can see you. Let's go verse 21.
Verse 21, it says, and I will set my glory among the heathen, and all the heathen shall see my judgment that I have executed in my hands that I have laid upon them.
All the heathen gonna see it, man. They all gonna see the judgment. Yahweh, shall bring upon them. They're all gonna see the Lord back with his people. He redeemed us out of their hand and delivered us in chariots, man. And they're gonna see New Jerusalem come down and put their ass in captivity, man. And they're gonna know 100% sure in that day, these are the chosen people and we're not. These people are above us and we're below, man. They're gonna know that. Ain't gonna be no more fucking confusion. Ain't gonna be no more arguing, debating. Ain't gonna be no more vocab with the megaphone following us around. And he gonna be right there too, picking up bodies, man. And we gonna be mocking this devil, bro.
Yeah, I go right. What's that? Psalm 5. That judgment.
That's that. Everybody, I love this chapter. Everybody, fully, tell, deeply, expand, on how he's going to do that, right? Yeah, exactly. I love this chapter because it's one of the chapters that detail what's going to happen right after the destruction, right after Jacob's trouble, right after World War III, the missiles being hit. What's going to happen directly after that? Well, New Jerusalem's going to come down out of chariots, and we're going to round up the elites and any of the survivors on the earth and put them to work. He's going to put them to work, man. They want a captivity. It's coming soon, man. Like I said, every day we wake up, bro, it's just another day closer to the end of this bitch. So, well, that's why you had recently what? We're in the 250 year of America becoming its own sovereign nation. Well, once again, we brothers been saying, it's crazy too, because we, the Prophet saying for years prior to this, usually, according to Esau, a kingdom and empire lasts around 250 years. With Esau, he had a little bit longer, but since he reestablished America as his own sovereign thing, 1776 today. July 4th, Independence Day. So you got 250 years. So, hey, the Lord getting ready to start moving even faster. Things are already moving fast. The Lord about to move even faster, man. Because you didn't reach the 250 year mark, right? Okay. So the house of Israel shall know that I am the Lord, their power, from that day and forward. Right? Ain't any more doubt, man, about if only how it's exists and when the Lord coming back and we down here complaining, and the Lord actually gonna be back there that day. We're gonna literally see how He be there with us, man. God is gonna give us our new bodies, all right, and we're gonna be there judging the heathen, man. Save the earth for order. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity. See? Go ahead. Because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them and gave them into the hand of their enemies, so fell they all by the sword. So that he's not gonna know in that day you were never special. You weren't the great white man, you weren't the great Syrian man, you weren't the great Egyptian, you was only in charge because it boils down to prophecy. The Lord had that happen. Right? And the Lord, guess what? Now the Lord's ending that. I said, we're at the end of your empire, man. I said, things are only about to get worse. Here and these so-called celebrating Independence Day today, bro. Like, bro, you about to lose your independence, nigga. Oh, shit, bro. You about to lose your sovereignty. America's finished, nigga. Yeah, big celebration. Trump, the UFC shit, the White House. Yeah. It's heavy, bro. It's heavy spiritual times living in, bro. Like, really watching them, like, rejoice in their temporal blessing, bro. It's like, bro, you don't even know how crucial my back gets snatched from them, bro. And like we just read, it said, the Lord hid his face from us, right, temporarily, right, again, temporary, peace on power, temporarily hid his face from us. That's Isaiah 5:15, where it says, he would hide his face from us, we will acknowledge our offense. That's what we're doing out here now. We're acknowledging our offense for the electing issues, right? We're coming out here and acknowledging our offense, because we know we sin here, we went against our power, right? So now we're seeking him 10 times more, we know our hearts will be straight, right? And again, it's a beautiful story. And now look, we're coming back into our power, and again, he's getting ready to reward us for that. Why would we move on, right? It says, verse 24, it says, according to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions have I done unto them, and hid my face from them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous for my holy name. All right, so again, when it's time the Lord having mercy upon his people, again, I keep emphasizing on that point. That's why the elect are out here now, man. Remnant. All right, there's nothing Esau can do. Look, bro, I keep emphasizing it, brothers understand, there's nothing Esau can do, man. Like what was going to say, your teacher should not be moved into a corner anymore. Now that we're here to the point of the pinnacle of this ministry, we're seeing a wrap of Esau's kingdom. It's not going to be a time now where now the prophets got to get scattered abroad and Esau comes back in dominance. No, it's over with, man. The only thing left for him to do is bring that shit, man. That's it. And after that, your house size right here. It's done. We're not gonna go back down. So you say, well, affliction shall not rise up the second time, man. He ain't about to put us back in the captivity. No, we get the victory now. Now it's time for Yasharal to get the victory, man. Just like in the time of the Exodus, it was time for Yasharal to get the victory. Right. It was time for us to be delivered out of Egypt. It was nothing Pharaoh could do to put us back in captivity. Yeah, even though we were there for 400 years, yeah. It don't fucking matter, bro. It don't matter, man. Because again, the Lord was the one that holds us there anyway. Yeah. It says, 26. After that, they have borne their shame and all their trespasses whereby they have trespassed against. Right, we borne our shame here. We had to go on these proverbs and bywords and seen as inferior. Really, we're better than all y'all. Yeah. We're better than all y'all combined, man. All right.
So much so that Jay started believing that shit was true.
Exactly.
Majority of our people started, you have fever spirits, you know what I'm saying? People like, feeling themselves, whatever, the confident themselves, but especially nowadays, right? At one point in time, like the other thing, come back to the other point, Paul was saying, you keep your head low, you even look at Edomite's eyes, man, right? They literally question you anytime they step to you, you nervous, timid. Now you motherfucker walk on the same side of the street, man. Scared to death. Again, all, all the will of the Lord. It says,
And emphasize again, Esau sees that same point the elder was making in live stream. Esau seeing that, that's why he's trying to come with his trying to come and reestablish his dominance. It's not gonna work though. Even two-thirds will get fucking off, man. Even two-thirds what talks about all the Jewish and the terror here, bro. When this shit really go down and there's no food and stuff, and Esau trying to come, oh yeah, on his one nigga, this nigga, that shit, nigga, Jay gonna steamroll these common Edomites, man. That's why Esau, he gonna need the elite military, bro. He gonna need, vehicle machine guns on top of that bitch. The common Edomite, he ain't gonna, it's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be enough to contain Jake, man.
yeah, he's gonna get the military here. He'll get advanced weapons, military phones, all the different shit.
The common citizen is not enough to hold Jake. Even the police, all that shit. That shit only works on the premise that Jake is still bought into the system.
Exactly.
He's still afraid to go to jail. He's still afraid he wants to live his life here. But once they see that's off the table and you're just gonna hunt him regardless, that's why Blizzard common saying among Jake, we are not our ancestors. They can emphasize that point. Once Jake realized, oh shit, this nigga trying to put us back in slavery. Jake is gonna lose their fucking mind, boy. They gonna lose on these devils, man. These why any niggas who do drive-bys don't got no mind, but they gonna go to the suburbs and get fucking wreak havoc on you niggas, man. You gonna really see Jake in a true form, bro. And that's 230. They still gonna get taken out. Everything gets taken out. Okay, don't get confused. Esau's not just gonna steamroll Jay, bro. Jay gonna get active out here, bro.
Says,
collect. We don't want.
Says, yeah, especially you're gonna have a bunch of like Edomites who aren't popped up with militia groups and shit, and you know what I'm saying, and they're taking up arms to go. The common average Edomite who ain't ready for that smoke, bro. They're gonna be terrified to see how Packers J coming towards them. Says I'll bring back 26. After that they have borne their shame and all their trespasses, whereby they have trespassed against me. When they dwelt safely in their land, and none made them afraid. But I have brought them again from the people, and gathered them out of their enemies' lands, and I am sanctified in them in the sight of many nations.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sanctify the sight of all nations to show that we are holy, we are set apart, and we're above all nations, man. All right, and your worst nightmare is gonna come true. Because this whole time, all these heathen, not just Esau, they just been trying to hold us down. So that's why they come with them false slander narratives and shit that we're inferior and all this, because they're trying to keep us down. They're trying to really scared. My favorite precept, they only consult to cast them down from his excellencies. It says they delight in lies, man. Nothing but lies and propaganda and bullshit, man. But we don't overcome all that, man. The accuser of our brethren is cast down, man. Which did accuse them for our power day and night. And we the Israelites, man, and that shit ain't gonna change, man. You ain't gonna put this 12 tribe sign back away. Ain't gonna be another time where the 12 tribe sign is just not existing anymore. And we listen to you and we say, man, you know what? Okay, I was right. We gotta stop using this sign. No, we gonna have it out here, man. Fuck you. We the Israelites, nigga. Ain't nothing you can do about it. They say you can't do is boxing open, bro. Is there more in there?
Yeah, 2 more rivers.
Finish
Then shall they know that I am the Lord, their power, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the Lord led us in captivity, man. It's like listen, bro, the sons of God, we're better than all you heathen, man. All right, bro, literally said, bro, we literally gonna hold, and you're gonna see this on our true form. Like I said, when the Lord raises men back up, but we can hold all you nations down in captivity by ourselves, man. The 12 tribes, it's like 12 nations got together. Because really one tribe is like a whole race and nation by itself. That's how even Esau divides it now. Then you look at the 12 tribes, like say you look at Asher, you look at Gad, you got Reuben and shit. Bro, Judah, in this modern time, he classifies them as all different races. That he's the Jamaicans and shit, and the Trinidadians, the tribe of Benjamin. He considers them their own race from the so-called Negro. You see? So it's gonna be all 12. I said mashed up together, bro. We're gonna be that's called an undownable force, man.
Yeah.
All right, it's like I want to let you know he ain't stopping shit. Shit, like, he ain't stopping shit, man.
Bro, that's not even going into That's it. That's just you didn't been to Northern Kingdom.
Yeah.
Been, and it's like, bro, this shit's crazy. Like, bro, so you going to Issachar alone? That's a whole fucking bro. That's a whole army to itself. That said fucking Simeon. Everything, like you said, re-emphasize the point. Every single tribe, man, join together, bro. They fucked, man. I said that's what they had to do that on purpose. They had to make sure they kept that that was very important. And that's like taking that control was happening to separate like that. Because bro, Jake was all on the court, bro. Oh God, bro. It says, but I gathered them unto their own land, and have left none of them anymore there. Neither will I hide my face anymore from them, for I have poured out my spirit upon the house of Israel, said the Lord Yahweh Shemel.
Yes, Lord dealing with us again. That's why we out here in great boldness, man. Fuck these doubles. They can't hold us down. Lord raise us back up, man. They said, don't be afraid, man. Like Judas said, man. He said, fear not the coming of the heathen, man. Fuck these niggas. Let these niggas come. Let them come. Well, what was that from? Man. Oh yeah, it was on 13 hours. He like he had the enemy was closed in on him. He like, let them come, man. Let them come. Go ahead, yeah.
Hey, just two quick ones. This is for that Ezekiel 39 that he brought out. This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4. It says that he shall judge among the nations, the he being that governing body in Isaiah 9, the elect, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So just like how King David was able to get peace for King Solomon's kingdom, what bloodshed, war. That's the same thing's gonna happen. And I thought about this precept in the book of Joel, because it says turn your pruning hooks, into spears. So the tools that was used, agriculture, sustaining the society, in Joel, let's talk about the money going into the war efforts. Now it's the reverse of that. Like, ain't no need for none of that. Because we're the governing body. We're dominating everybody. Not most of you, not half of you, not some of you. We're dominating every single nation on this earth. So you're going to actually need those again. Because I got a nice little field I want to plant over here. How about, South favorite flowers and lilies? I want to plant a bunch of them over here. So as soon as you're done picking up these bodies, and get your bitch ass to work. That's going to be to anybody. That's our discretion. Whether it be Moab, Esau, whatever. And then I have one of Daniel. This is Daniel chapter 2 and verse. I start at 44. It says, and in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So it's coming in, talking about how Yahweh Shah is going to be that force. It's going to come through with that white horse, which represents the father sitting chariot, and then he's going to take over. He's going to have those crowns, which represents dominion over these other nations. When he comes through, it's over with. This is the end of Esau's kingdom and the beginning of Jacob's kingdom being prophesied. The same message being said many different ways. It says, for as much as thou sawest the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold. So that's talking about Yahweh Shah. He said the mountains again represent peoples and governments, and these different metals, the brass, the clay and the metal, get the point. The silver and the gold, these represent those different empires. This is a vision that happened thousands of years ago, when all these empires had their time to rule. So again, when Yahweh Shah comes back, we go back into that dominion we're going to have. Why? Because we're going to be side by side with him, with the elect, the house of David. It says, the great God had made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. So this is Daniel breaking it down to Nebuchadnezzar. Like, look, this is what your dream means, thus saith the Lord. And this dream and the interpretation thereof is what we use to gauge where we're at in prophecy, to tell the difference between ancient Babylon and modern Babylon. And to let you know, like, Yahweh Shemel Shah has been right about these other prophecies, Why would it be wrong about you going into slavery? Why would it be wrong about the mandatory implementation of the Shia? Why would it be wrong about all the nations being in subjection to Israel? Got it.
Yeah, I like that point you made too. But says it's not gonna be a thing where we have, let's say, some dominion, or like even the majority of dominion, right? 'Cause that's what it is now. Like you saw, even though at one point, you know, what I'm saying he was the chief power on the earth, because Russia and shit, them Edomites as well. But it's the point of like America in particular. It's not they still have to. They can't just do whatever the fuck they want still. Cause they can't just go into Russia and just invade and go in there and start taking shit and hey, we're doing this move here, we're doing this like that. Like no, you still got so you can't go into China like that. It's still a bounds. Let's get to the bounds that cannot pass. But it's still limited. He saw as much as we say how he got the power in his hand, which it is right. But as much as people ball like Esau, he's still limiting his rule. Like it ain't gonna be when we. Like when Xerxes gonna say when he conquered the known world, right now we're gonna be the whole world, not that was a major feat at the time. Having 127 provinces, that's all a mystery for what's been a kingdom. That's a true, complete, full combination and control over all the earth, man. It ain't gonna be as all over the universe, right? So Slovakia, of the universe. Even these nations, y'all never even left the planet before, bro. We gonna rule us at everywhere you go in the kingdom. It was like men are gonna dominate and rule, bro. We gonna rule us at we gonna lead all the galaxies, not just this galaxy, but all the galaxies, bro. Yeah. It's gonna be the Israelite male dominion, the sons of God, Yasharal, the prince of the power, man. Y'all ain't get y'all ain't seen nothing yet, bro. Y'all niggas low level. Y'all niggas still shooting guns, bro.
If I can add to a point that Iran made, like going back to the bombs, even though you have dominion, only certain things Lord gonna do the state of remove from that. Like, America, big bad money when you put that what's the word I'm looking for? Once you basically in the country on the grass, but Esau Edom in his military, you know what? People was afraid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here comes democracy. Here come these niggas saying that it's terror. Yeah, here come all this other bullshit, but they really just want to rape our women and take our resources. Yeah. No, they no, fuck all that. Hey, get the truth ready.
Yeah. Iran giving these niggas smoke, boy.
Hey, you got some?
Now get go down 7. Down 7-17. Two. Yeah, we feel on the same spirit, man. By the Lord giving us the name
Revelation chapter 19. I started 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. Let's talk about Yahweh. And in righteousness, he doth judge and make war. So this is what he's coming to do. He's coming through according to Daniel 12. We always go into 2 Ezra 13. He had a chariot to recompense America and all the people who came up against Israel, and to simultaneously deliver the elect. Verse 12 says, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. So that doesn't mean a new name. That means a rank, a reputation. You know what I'm saying? He's going to come through and be established as King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Going on to the topic of pure domination, this is going to be spearheaded. Thus saith the Lord, man. And that is going to be a reputation of the glory of the Father Yahweh, who will sit back in his chair, in his throne, watching these things go according to his will. And let's read it. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. And that's how, again, we know this we're talking about Yahweh Shah. We link that up with John, the 1st chapter. But, coming with dipped in blood, these scriptures saying the same thing over and over again. Because when I read this, I think about Isaiah's 63rd chapter. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have that white garment that's going to look like he done went through a wine press or a wine vat. Why? Because that's going to represent how much blood is going to be shed when our Lord returns. And it's going to be bloodshed leading up to it. If you've been paying attention, Jacob's trouble. Even though we read it in 2 Ezra yesterday. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? There's going to be a lot of shit leading up to the kingdom. Good news for us, hey, if we're the elect, we're going to catch our hell, we're going to be corrected and measured, we're going to be good. We're going to be established as a praise in the earth. Bad news is, 2/3 of our people it's destruction, leading to shame, and then everlasting life. And if you're a heathen, it's destruction. And then guess what? You reborn, if you're not one of the nobles who get rounded up in slavery, it's even more destruction than a foot up your ass. And if you Esau, all you got to look forward to is captivity, cleaning up your mess, and then pursuing the Obadiah, being burnt, and never, ever, ever happening to earth again.
Yeah, because Esau. I mean, the Lord gave Esau all this blessings, right? And then told him this is a nation he hates. I said he don't like he didn't eat him, but the biggest blessing went to the nation people that hates. How does that could be love? Right? I'll get to Malachi chapter 1, then verse 2. It says, I have loved you, said the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? But not Esau, Jacob's brother, said the Lord, yet I loved Jacob and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. So if you could compare, right, and contrast the two stories of Jacob and Esau, right now it appears that more loves Esau, right, but he made it very clear that he doesn't. And again, we have this to bring the scriptures say, what's that, John the 14th chapter, they say when we were comfortless, right, you were sent for that comfort. That's a comforting thing, knowing that, okay, even though it may seem like right now we're running and failing, no, the Lord still loves. He still hates each other, man. Right? So we keep that in mind confident. You see, he saw all this power, he proved no, the Lord hates us, man. Right? He still loves us. Yeah, he's gonna do it to prove to us very soon. Well, it's evident now he loves the fact that we got this truth, man. Right? The fact that we got the knowledge we understand in the scripture. The fact that we got the Holy Spirit in the midst, brothers, bro. That's proof he loves us enough right there. He did us cut us off from getting to deep, man. Right? The fact that we knew sin, transgressed against the law, committed innumerable sins unto death, and Lord still with us. We have to put it away, right? So, whereas Edom says we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places, right? He built up a great and mighty kingdom, man. Again, I keep emphasizing temporary kingdom, right? It's all temporary. The Revelation 20th chapter, where it says Satan was loose for a little season, that's what he did, right? He was loose for a little season. He rode after fall of the Roman Empire, that 1,000-year period where he didn't have any rule, right? And then you come into the late 1300s, early 1400s, going to the Renaissance period, and then rising back in power in Europe, coming over here to America and establishing himself, right? That's a little season of grand skip there. We talking about old eternity, then we talking about the kingdom, we got all the galaxies, all the planets and all this. That's gonna seem so minuscule in the scheme of things, especially the more and more time goes on. We first get there, it's like, okay, man, we was just in captivity, all that Isaiah 14 scriptures, etc. But after a certain amount of time, it's gonna be like, bro, okay, that shit is so insignificant now to what's going on here, bro.
I think about that Psalm 126. You say it's gonna be like waking up from a bad dream.
Yeah,
like, that shit was nothing. I mean, it was something, but compared to what we got now, and like Romans 8, like, man, this shit we going through now. We barely had good concierge service. We barely had good customer service. Imagine having actual fucking slave, man.
yeah.
That's the positive thing. That's what it means to truly be blessed. You'll be catered to. We're gonna grow up as paths among the stars. Every single need is gonna be taken care of.
Yeah, let's get stuff that let's do stuff out, make a man to be pleasure.
Yeah.
Like, literally, right now, it's hard to even, let's say, you forgot what told you, like, so used to being downtrodden. Again, we're at the end of it. So, again, you gotta remember back to where we're actually fully, hardcore chattel slavery, fully, fully subjected. It was a completely different mindset than even it is now. But it says, it says, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever. So, what's indignation? Again, go to the righteous anger of Yahweh, So, it's not, the Lord's getting ready to make it very clear as to who his people are and who he's against, right? The nation of people who loves versus the nation of people he hates. It's not going to be all this debate, and all this fucking, pride. It's like, that fucking that smug attitude. So all these fucking human have, man, it's humility, man. When they no feels, they got their time to continue now, bro. They going through into slavery. It's gonna be a whole different look in your face, man. Ain't gonna be all the push it up like bootstraps, work harder, work your sleeves up to get your hands dirty. Hell, they be like, damn, this shit seems fucking horrible. We in fucking hell. That's the thing, right? People tell me, don't say heaven and hell. This is your heaven for your fucking hell, man. That's for the tip of that first thousand period, which you're enslaved underneath.
And
This
that's
shit's
like an average. But I'm thinking about the 350-year period we talked about earlier. I don't like our captivity where you purposely kept our heritage away from us. The Lord sent you against us as a punishment. Vice versa, we're going to be sent to you. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to make you remember. Scriptures talk about in every land we put to shame, we're going to receive fame and praise. So you're going to remember it. Even if it's something small, like his supervisor, his partner, some things they didn't even see. Time you disrespected one of the men of the Lord. Even if you take a fucking parking spot, it's gonna make you remember these things. You're gonna wake up in cold sweats like, wow, fuck. Or you can feel it, it's your back broke with a rod of iron. And it's gonna definitely make you feel every ounce of this captivity. 1,000 years is gonna be hell for everybody. This shit gonna be kind of cool after we do it here, but guess what? You still got a lot of work to do, man.
yeah.
It's not gonna have Esau to deal with. We're going back to Isaiah 14. They're gonna be like, man, this is this bitch ass nigga, man. This lion ass, Steven ass, conniving ass devil. It's gonna be all hell for this fucking Edomite bastard. You got it, though.
Yeah, that whole bro. As I said, the mentioned earlier about pulling on strongholds. That whole facade is gone, bro. Who Esau is and thinking he's getting high and mighty, noble, upstanding, great white man. And no, man. That's everyone's gonna hate him. Rightfully so. You know, he's gonna be justified and well warranted. What you say? Said down 7 and 17.
Right here.
Uh,
It said 17 or when it started earlier.
you call it. I don't know.
No, that
That's
all right. This is Daniel 7 and 17. These great beasts, which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth.
Yeah. The four major heathen empires, you know what I'm saying? Babylonians, the Medes, the Persians, the Greeks, and the Romans, man. Right now, we're in Rome revitalized. You know, the daily room being here, right? So this is the time of the heathen men having to say something, right? Go ahead.
Right. Verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
And say we was going to ask for it nice. Like I said, spend some fake things. That's forever, even forever and ever, man. So the heathen get put down. When we put in the captivity, I said we're going to enjoy every moment. Like, Elon, we're going to get their head back. All right? I said, the Ishmaelite crowd is hell, the Levite crowd. The Esau, you be the main one. Jake spent time torturing the kingdom, man. All right? And rightfully so, you deserve it. And the beautiful part again, we out here boldly telling you there's nothing you can do to stop it. He's not gonna try to stop it. He's gonna try to come with it. That's why the main reason for the NWO plan is that to try to cancel out the blessing that's coming to Jacob. Even the low level peon Edomites who are so called troopers, they know about the Rothschild, they know about the NWO. They don't actually understand what the purpose of it is. There, you know. Well, is it even didn't tell you in the whistleblowers document, the master plan, the Illuminati Rothschild, they tell you that. They tell you they know that they're the house of Esau. They're trying to get their birthright back. All right? It ain't gonna happen. He's just right. They literally said they shall possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. And Esau possess the kingdom right now. Other heathen that I just mentioned about in the statue, they possess the kingdom. At one point, like I said, the Iranians used to run the world. The people you know today as Iranian, the Persians, they used to run the world. People don't have that level of respect for them over there. We always bring these points out because just like that, you can be attacked. You know? The Syrians, you know what I'm saying? They're doing the Neo-Babylonian Empire. They used to run shit. People don't fucking fear the Syrians no more. At that point, the Syrian man used to run shit. He said, jump, nigga, you gotta say how high. But nobody give him that respect no more. No. They do. Like wearing the fucking flag, bro. That's the mindset today. That's why they ain't gonna make it, bro. Got the American flag out there. This ain't like we said earlier, bro. This ain't for you. If Esau shit. And the funny part is, Esau's not even independent no more either. He's the only reason he enslaved his ass. He's the only reason, bro. Esau's working the same jobs you work at, making less than you do. He get fired for you best for better working. Esau ain't independent no more. That's his party. Celebrate Independence Day. Y'all niggas do at least finish slave power. He made you a corporate wage slave just like he did some rest of them. You got something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's the second
Okay,
Ezra.
y'all got it.
This is Second Ezra 11 and 44. Says the highest also have looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. So that's no coincidence that the bell is ringing, man. This place is cooked. This place is through. This is all precepts showing that hey, these empires had their time, but guess what? The kingdom of heaven is about to be established, and there's no looking back. And therefore appear no more thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious hedge, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body. So we got to understand the concept of regeneration. And you have to understand the history in order to know the mystery. Those empires done left and gone, but guess what? We know, again, we keep mentioning through Isaiah 14 that some of these leaders and kings are back to receive their judgment. And Rome, you had an extension on your fucking rulership. So you had the Roman Empire, which really was Esau from the Greeks and the Romans, but there was a distinction between the Romans because the Senate, because the warfare, they pretty much took all the Greeks into captivity and made like a wicked ass conglomerate. But then that spirit was revived. Read about that in Daniel 7, Daniel 8. Guess what? The scripture that we just read it. It says that the eagle, we know that eagle represents Esau, is going to be no more. And the things that you've done, guess what? We talked about it a couple of camps ago. These are the things that are going to make you responsible for drinking the dregs. These are the things that when we talk about in the book of Job, the bones of the sin that you, these transgressions, things you've done to the people on this side have followed from generation to generation. So the time where you would agree with Romans, the time where you know, there's no loitering. There was signs everywhere. No niggas, no Puerto Ricans, no Mexicans. And like these things you gotta pay for, man. And these are the things that we're gonna be happy to remind you that you did in the kingdom of heaven. Man, I can't wait to put some of you heathens in fucking chains, man. It's crazy thing about it is the whole essence of prophecy. Like these little tokens that let us know that we're closer and closer to that day. These are the things that give us hope. These are the things that allow us to endure your call as we trudge toward the kingdom of heaven. So you can't get weak now. Yeah, the economy is weakened. America's on his last leg. So fucking what, man? Most people crying about this bitch. Like they would like, man, the fourth ain't like it was last year. Ain't nobody even barbecuing. Like, do you not realize your house shines on his way back? You talking about fucking hot dogs, man? Head to toe in American flags. Years ago, when this holiday was established, you was out in the field hoping for an extra cup of water, some grapes on that day, man. Whips on your fucking back. Your family sold to a whole nother plantation. You oh fucking through, man. Don't get bad. That don't even make sense.
I didn't see that. So he was far away. I couldn't tell. I saw him in the wheelchair.
That Isaiah 1, our people don't even consider the people on the other side of that, you know, so-called white people, oh, it's not that big a deal, it's just a holiday, or like they try to suppress, you know, the wicked things that they and their forefathers have done. They included because you benefit from that 400-year head start.
They are let's go far. Whether they understand it or not. Don't worry, those who will be into the kingdom, you understand you working for a problem. All right? And regeneration is real. You come back, like you said, third and fourth generation. These same devils that walk around today celebrating their crimes and of their ancestors, they were the same ones doing the crimes, man. So they're going to pay every last one of them. And the beautiful part is you don't have to agree. You don't have to be like, well they can heathen or they can come up with a wild and agree with that. What does it matter? It's already been decreed, it's already written, man. All right? And nobody's going to be able to take their judgment. Especially Esau, man. No matter all things, we most condemned. He's the most condemned out of anybody in the scriptures, man. It's so much so they had to put in Zondervan. He was the only neighbor of the Israelites that does not promise any mercy. We didn't write that. They read the scriptures and that was the conclusion they came to.
This is Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, that them come law, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake. The Lord made the world for our sake, the nation of Israel. That's where I live, right? Plus the elect, of course, that up in the body, but it also has to be the first fruits who has to deliver the instructions, because when the whole nation comes back, go through one of those like men, you know, the 1/3, large multitude, and who has to get before the kingdom. right? And again, get that glory, get that honor, get that reverence. It's going to be very apparent again. The Lord made they're just be beneficial for us, right? It's really going to be the Lord really created. That's the reason why Esau got away with his purpose was to be what the wicked. He did that. He fulfilled his purpose. He stood in his life. Nothing be needed anymore. After he serves captivity, there's no need for Esau either, man. The heathen, on the other hand, the other 16 nations, right, that they're going to need to serve Israel. That's the purpose in which they were created to do, right? Even though we're going to deal with them justly, fairly, in a balanced, righteous manner, your purpose still create purpose was you created, your intention still to serve Israel, to be in subjection unto us, right? To bring us the best of the resources for your lands, the best of your women. Again, even though we're not going to be on some Edomite shit, we really take everything, leave with nothing. You fucking destitute and fucking homeless, can't afford to kill yourself and your family. No, but you're gonna be willingly bringing us these things. Ain't gonna be. That's beautiful about it. We ain't gonna have to do it forcefully, man. They'll be willing to do it. Because again, they're gonna understand. Okay, God is with them. Okay, how about you on the side? The person, yeah, word. The person, please marry my daughter, man. I want to be able to just fucking. I bring her to you. I want to get a glimpse of your kingdom and see what it's like. I want to pick up one look. Her kingdom. That's just see what's going on in there, man. Yeah, that's what we're going to be on. It says, as for the other people who also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing like a spittle, as hath likened the abundance of them unto a drop of mercy I spoke earlier, man, about the one drop of fucking water. It's completely insignificant. That's literally, again, it's beautiful to Lord is poetic like this to give you a visual and further emphasize on the point he's making, man. Right? This how irrelevant the heathen are. Everyone else may look, oh, we're all equal, we're all God's children. But again, it is telling you, right, of all people coming at him, it's we telling you, the Lord's telling you, he's clearing up all the confusion. He's saying, yes, we all come to Adam, right? But guess what? The chosen people would have come out of Adam, like we were going to earlier about the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and then you have the rest, the others, the others, yeah, for real shit, the insignificant ones. Y'all just extras in this movie, right? You got the protagonist Jacob, right? Israel, and then you got the antagonist Esau, Edom, right? The yin and yang, the good and the evil, right? And the rest of the heathen, that important in the grand scheme of things, man. That's what it's heavy because even in the world, on a world level, most people know that's the case. It's either you're black, you're white, or you're other. You're just the other, man. You're not. It's not this major attention. Ishmael and again, everyone knows about that major attention too, because slavery is something that's been done to by other nations, other people, and you've had feuds and wars in different nations, but and everyone knows that the greatest adversaries is black and white. Everyone knows that you can pick a side, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not like those two opposite forces, man. Not man. That was the Lord emphasizing. Says what? It says, and now, O Lord, behold, the heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and devour us. Right? Literally, that's like what you got happening. You really had people, again, the Lord counted as nothing. Right? The Lord was, scripture say, Job 9:24, the earth given to the hand of the wicked. Right? The Lord really gave this unto these devils, man. Right? He really gave, and the heathen as well, again, both of them. Right? Just Esau, Edom, though. These are people counting as nothing. How are they able to overcome and rule and really make the nation of Israel right their footstool, man? How are they able to do so? Because the Lord really allowed it to happen for a particular purpose. Again, so that we can learn about wickedness, so we can have a front row seat as to what happens when you allow this type of corruption and iniquity to fester and spread like a disease, man. Right? That was going to say that Sirach 2 chapter, the physician Yahushua, become a cup of long disease, man. That's all the lies and the idolatry and all this fucking folly that Esau pushes, all the beliefs and philosophies that all these people are under, right? That Esau pushes and leaves at the forefront of, right? The Lord, the Heavenly Father, get ready to see how shy to cover that off the earth, man.
Scripture saying, second Ezra, the 15th chapter, about wickedness exceeding through the whole earth and his hurtful words being fulfilled. That's what happens when you allow wickedness to go forth. So the Lord said, okay, you know what? Since y'all love wickedness so much, y'all love not following my law, y'all love breaking my commandments, okay, you know, y'all want to keep my ordinances that I only show to you, I won't give y'all, you know what? I got I'm gonna put a basic man, I'm gonna put the absolute golden scum pig on the earth in position of power and authority. I'm gonna give him great dominion over the entire world, bro. That's heavy, man. He would say, you know what? The most wicked man, the most corrupt man, the man who the thief who killed that bunch of still kill, destroy everything of the Lord. He tells the ball, we read it as read it Malachi 1. Bro, I'm the border of wickedness. All this wicked shit starts with him. The man who going back to who served in the garden, who causes to go off. I'm gonna put this man in position of power, man. I'm gonna put him in the door of the whole world so he can do what? Again, back to Rock 10 and at the top, so that way he can push his way onto all of you. His way can be the standard earth. Yo, y'all want to keep my righteous standard? All right, the wicked standard. You see, we in hell, man. We hate it here, right? Well, we miserable here. We love our lives not to the death, as Scripture say, and we're hastening the Lord come to terms and remove us out of this predicament, man. It says, verse 58, it says, um, but we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hand. Right? We've been given into the hand, right? Again, it's the spirit, because I quoted Joel 9:24, given, given. The Lord really gave them to their hands, man. They didn't take it. It wasn't a forceful thing. They're not just so fucking smart and so fucking all their tactics of warfare are so fucking amazing. No, they take all the tactics of everybody else, man. Right? But everything you saw into each other for the combat, like jiu-jitsu, for example, right? Yeah, first of all, that goes back from Israel, right? That's our shit, right? That's what Jacob really wrestled with, right? Grappled with to that end, man, right? And that's what goes back. But way before all these Japanese and all them doing this shit, and then all the Brazilians was came back to Jacob, right? That Israel's well kept. So Jacob taking our shit back, but you still get Pramel Esau. So anybody doing this shit. They getting the same thing, but they think they so badass because they know how to do that, or they know how to shoot a fucking gun. But then you ain't nothing. Go ahead. You like what?
Yeah, well, real quick, just to back you up. This is Deuteronomy 28:49. Says, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle fleeth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. So I brought this up for two reasons to add to the brother Rod. The Lord sends these nations against us when we're not doing what we're supposed to do. Right. Everybody should know Deuteronomy 28 like the back of your hand. From 15 on down explains what would happen and what did happen as a result of our disobedience. But captivity is one of those things on the table when you disobey your Yahweh Shem Shah. So this Judith 5:19, this is what happened when we separated from our power. He brought up earlier, we was talking about spiritual powers and having dominion. You know what I'm saying? When we are in our righteous mind, we're in a good estate, we're in a good we're in good standards with the Heavenly Father. Look at the things that we can do. Look at the things our forefathers did. And if you can see, like he said, we are our forefathers. So look at the things we did when we go back and read David and his mighty men, Samson. Again, that same concept in the book of Judges, like the Philistines, the Egyptians, like man, Ham, Moab, all these other different nations that had a chance with it, they only had a chance because of our disobedience. But in particular with the Romans, why I brought this out, is because this was that nation, Esau, Edom in particular, who just, that was a thorn in our side, man. It's always been Jacob versus Esau, just like the brother was saying. So when he was mentioning that, this is one of the precepts that came to mind, because out of this in verse 49, that nation of the Romans in that time, he's talking about Latin, which now English, that bastard language, has a lot of Latin derivatives. It's a lot of shit. So I'm saying it's a lot that comes with, being in captivity, being staffed with the residue of the heathen, all the stuff that they've taken from the generations. Like earlier, we was talking about the warfare. They took the concept of some of the war tactics from the Assyrians, they being the Romans. You know what I'm saying? Incorporating metal. That's what made them more efficient than other nations. When they started using iron instead of like brass and other metals for their weaponry. But this devil modernized, now it's biological warfare. Like the same thing he did with Gad and Reuben. Same shit he's doing now with the stuff that he put in our food, man. This devil has been sent unto us as a plague, as a whooping stick. We go to all the time. What's that, Psalm 17? This fucking devil, man, like he's doing the bit of the Lord on the left-hand side, but he's inciting that anger. like he's instructing us to do. Like y'all about to outside woke, man. Like we supposed to hate this devil, but in the midst of this captivity, we're supposed to remember why we're here. We're supposed to remember why this devil sent to us. And the only people who can actually take a step back and not be emotional when the time of fire is the elect. This is why we out here in sackcloth repenting. We're not wearing all purple, inviting everybody to the cookout, trying to put a spin on these 4th of July celebrations. I was scoffing at the last part, but we not out here trying to convince everybody. We out here contrite, lowly, saying, look, Lord, we recognize we fucked up. We understand why Esau Edom is here. We understand that, yeah, this is the worst condition that we've been placed under in a long time, but we understand why we're placed under these conditions. And we understood why you sent that nation of a fierce countenance. We understood why the Greek was swift, as the leopard. We understand why, despite us being the apple of your eye, we was the strange hanging to the fucking tree, man.
Yep. So back in this Second Ezra 6 and back in Second Ezra 6 and 59, it says if the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? Right, and it's good to say what he endured in the sense we say is help us comes down to endurance, right? Right, suffering, right, patience. All these are synonyms for one another, man. Right, this is all goes into this. The Lord calls us to do in this time is to endure. Right, I said knowing that we have enemies, knowing that we have these devils working against us, we know that devils you ready to come in great wrath, you know the short of time, but we continue to pray to Yahweh Shah Shai that we just endure it all, man. Like I said, we know this devil has been against us since we're going with the garden. We were in the room, and it said there's 2 million people, and Rebecca's room, and they were how's the word? They struggled in the womb. Again, it's always been the case. So now we have the full knowledge of it. We just have to endure it, man. Right? Against how much longer, and it ain't gonna be too much longer, man. Again, the hour at the side is gonna be very soon. Right? We're clearly, again, if you're measuring the time of Jerusalem itself, that's good to say. You can see there ain't too much longer, man. The fact that you have all these people out trying, you got wars, women to war, earthquakes, and you know what I'm saying? All these damn earthquakes going on, fucking all these what they would call what would they call natural disasters, right? And shit like that happening. All these signs of times, man. Signs of times that we've been looking at. Again, it's safe. I come grab it. Michael, chapter 7 and verse 9. It's just what we want to do. It's just what requires of us, man. Right? When it's read, it said what? It said, why don't we possess inheritance of the world? Right? How long should this endure? Right? Well, paint the picture and give some understanding over here. This is Micah chapter 7 and verse 9. Oh, I might get an LT as well. It says, this KJV verse said, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall know his righteousness. That's what we do. Now we bear the indignation of the Lord. Yeah, I went into it about the Lord, but have indignation against the heathen, right? Have that righteous anger. You have the righteous anger against us as well, because we went off from him, right? Like I said, he showed his statutes, his judgments unto Jacob. He not dealt on any nation, and we still just push him to the side, man. Right? We still just completely went off from him. So what? Now we gotta bear this, right? Now we have to endure captivity. Now we have to let's just say gird your loins as a good soldier, Yahweh Shah Shai, man. Right? This is what's second chapter, I believe, but talk about the condition of the battle, man, the red. It is what it is till it isn't, man. So when we were blessed, and we should gratefully rejoice in the fact that we're at the end of this thing, and it's not too much longer. We are at the end of this little horn extension of the fourth beast. It's like the Daniel 7 we were in of America, and knowing that it's collapsing, we're almost at the end of this thing. So it's hold on a little bit longer, man. Right? So you can be safe, so you can be willing to live.
I got 2 back here. Actually, this is James chapter 1 to verse 2. So I started 2. Yeah, James 1 and 2 says, my brethren, come to avoid when you fall into diverse temptations. So, yeah, we're going to catch hell, man. There's going to be certain things that happen to us, and this flesh is going to make you question the faith. But the spirit is going to override that and say, hey, like Micah 7 and 9. But it says, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. That word patience goes into long suffering. You know what I'm saying? These things ultimately refine us and sharpen our judgment, sharpen our discernment. It says, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. So going back to that Wisdom of Solomon 3, we talk about dominion, but it's talk about us being tried as gold in the furnace. All these different trials, all these different heat that comes in the form of adversity, is making that lump a pure vessel. It's making the raw gold that you get out to the ground the same gold that you see around somebody's neck. This is Isaiah chapter 62 and verse 6. It says, I said, watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. And it's clearly evident that great millstone are those men. And people who take heed to the doctrine and pushing out the work in the same manner, even though they don't have GMS attached to their name. Those are the people who are constantly pushing out edification, warning the flock, doing the things required of by Yahweh sitting outside. It says on there. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. So all these things are coming together now. You know, that Isaiah 2, you know, that Daniel 2, the Daniel 7, where this thing is being experienced by Yahweh side. You know, that theocracy that's coming, that government that's going to be ruled by the scriptures, and by the spirit and power of Yahweh sitting outside that's coming. But until then, we're going to prophesy, until the fruition of the angels, the famine of the word. Even though we won't be out here physically prophesying and reading our scriptures and trying to warn the masses, guess what? Pursuing the Revelation 6, don't hurt the world and the wine. It's still going to be within those vessels that Yahweh Bashem outside ordained from the beginning of the earth, man. So we're going to continue to do these things. We're going to give credit to the right names, and we're going to put the precepts together to paint that picture so it makes sense. That's how we do these things and not keep our silence.
Got it. I was gonna get this in the NLT. It's Micah 7 and 9 in NLT because we're going to mention the patience, the endurance, and suffering. So I saw at least said patience. I want to read this in the NLT. It says, "I will be patient," right? Because in KJV writes out bear the nation. The NLT at least says, "I will be patient as the Lord punishes me, for I have sinned against him. But after that, I will take up my he will take up my case and give me justice. For all I have suffered from my enemies, the Lord will bring me into the light, and I will see his righteousness." So that is really perfect for all the points we're just making, bro. Look, he's really getting ready to give us justice, right? So again, I'm gonna go back real quick, go back to 2 6 and 59, because it says, if the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance of the world? How long should this suffering endure? Right. They go back to the Micah 7:9 NLT. It says, "I will be patient as the Lord punishes me." That's the reason the Lord punishing us for our transgressions, right? And as far as how long, it says, the Lord will take up our case and give us justice, right? For all our enemies to suffer us, man. He's going to bring life up to us. So that's what it is, right? The Lord had it down, right? He gave us, if he knew it, and in the very soon near future, he's going to bring us profit. So with that, man, we're identifying with the all praise on the glory too. Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, and Kavadash, and the governors, the elders, apostles, great mills, and do it well. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Farm Yasharala, Shalom.
Shalom.